In today's English listening lesson, I will read a story to help improve your English listening skills and then discuss the meaning of 5 English vocabulary words you need to know from today's story. Well, hello, students. I hope you're having a fantastic day and I hope you enjoyed your Christmas holiday. On today's episode of Parlay with Jay, I have a C2 English listening practice video. Use this video to practice your listening skills. And if you want to study my longer English lessons, use the links in the description. And if you want my PDF notes, use the link also found in the description. Today, I have a story I have entitled The Craft. I hope you're ready for a little bit of learning and laughter. Let's dive into today's story. As a young boy, Diego loved visiting his grandmother, who lived in a small town surrounded by mountains. She was known in the community for her skill in weaving intricate designs on colorful rugs. One summer, Diego watched her fingers move swiftly across the loom, turning plain threads into patterns that told stories. Fascinated, he asked her to teach him. At first, his attempts were clumsy and his patterns were uneven, but his grandmother encouraged him. She said patience and practice will make your work remarkable. Over the years, Diego's skills improved. By the time he was 12, he could weave rugs that were almost as beautiful as his grandmother's. She explained the importance of choosing the right materials and using vibrant colors to create pieces that would last. She also taught him how certain designs held cultural significance, a tradition she wanted him to preserve. When Diego became a teenager, he noticed something unusual. His grandmother's rugs were always in demand, yet she sold them for very little at the local market. Realizing their true value, Diego decided to help. He created a social media page to showcase her work. Within weeks, he received inquiries from people in nearby towns and even tourists looking for authentic handcrafted items. At 16, Diego started his own small business. He handled the marketing and customer orders while his grandmother continued to weave. To keep up with the growing demand, Diego trained his cousins and friends, ensuring they followed the same techniques his grandmother had taught him. By the time he turned 18, Diego had expanded the business. His rugs were shipped internationally, and he used the profits to support his family and the village. Though he had grown successful as an entrepreneur, he always credited his grandmother for teaching him a craft that became his life's work. Diego's journey showed how passion, perseverance, and respect for tradition can lead to success. What a great lesson that we learned from Diego as he learned a trade or a skill from his grandmother. You know, kids that have parents or grandparents that have a skill set and they pass it down to their children and grandchildren, I believe is something that is very important. It's very difficult to find a child that has learned something that came from the previous generations of his or her family, whether it's a craft like Diego learned from his grandmother, or learning to cook, or learning how to fix a vehicle, or how to do coding on a computer. I believe and I find it so interesting when a kid can appreciate the value that comes from their parents as well as their grandparents. And then they monetize it and make money for their family. So I hope you have enjoyed today's story. Let's review a few vocabulary words and definitions from today's story. The first one is intricate, which means very detailed and complex. So remember, Diego's grandmother made rugs that were intricate in detail and design. So, in other words, when you looked at the rug, let's say it was a design of a particular bird, the intricate design, you could see the feathers, you could see the colors, you could see the skin on the bird. So it was very intricate or detailed and complex. Another word is swiftly. Swiftly means quick or to do something in a short amount of time. And so you might say, I am going to run to the store and I'll be back in a moment. And when I got back, you would respond, wow, that was really swift. So you were saying that my trip was quick. Or you might say the cat swiftly ran through the house. I like to watch cat videos on TikTok. And sometimes you see cats moving swiftly when it's time to eat or when they are distracted by another animal. Clumsy, someone that is awkward or lacking skill. Most kids are clumsy until they learn how to balance or they become more mature. Okay, usually we describe a person that is clumsy as someone who trips over their own feet. Or sometimes we say, wow, you're so clumsy. It's as if you have two left feet. Another word is remarkable, something that is worthy of attention or something that is extraordinary. So, over the Christmas holidays, someone made me a cake and it tasted so remarkable. It was delicious. It was extraordinary. It was wonderful. So, it's something that was good. It was remarkable. Finally, let's look at a few more words. Preserve, which means to protect or to maintain something. So Diego was preserving his family legacy. Okay. He was maintaining, he was allowing it to live on. Another word from the story, authentic, something that's genuine or real. When I travel, depending on where we go, I like to find authentic food for that particular location. So when we went to New York, I tried to find authentic New York pizza. Likewise, when we went to Chicago, I wanted to find authentic Chicago deep dish pizza. When we go to Texas, we look for authentic barbecue. So, something that is authentic is genuine or real. So, these are just a few of the vocabulary words that I think are very important from today's story. I have a list of 10 here on my PDF worksheet that you can study. But the ones that I reviewed today were authentic, preserve, vibrant. Well, actually, I didn't do vibrant. Remarkable, clumsy, swiftly, and intricate. Now, if you want my complete list, be sure to use the link in the description, and that will lead you to my PDFs that you can use to study and improve your English. Well, I hope you have enjoyed today's quick listening lesson. Be sure to listen to it again to familiarize yourself with some of the key words that I use. And as always, if you know someone trying to improve their English, be sure to share today's video with them. I hope you have a wonderful day. And as always, join me on my next English lesson.